Okay, great.
नमस्ते एवरीवन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल महाराष्ट्र दिन की सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. Happy Labor Day today, and let's start our session with Patanjali prayer. Let's seek the blessings of Patanjali. Roll your shoulders behind, sit tall and strong, join your palms and close your eyes. Take one deep inhale and exhale. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिं रानतोऽस्मि. आबाहु पुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणं सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि Patanjalim. Take one deep inhale and exhale. Rub your hands on each other, make them warm enough, and keep them on your eyes first. Be thankful for every moment, for every opportunity, for every experience, for every learning, for every success, for every happiness. Be thankful for this wonderful life. Gently open up your eyes. See light through the darkness. Gently spread your fingers and join your palms together. Take one deep inhale and exhale. So namaste everyone and good evening to all. I am Prajakta Bharadwaj, student of Swasti Yoga Center. I welcome you all to the Global Yoga Festival, an initiative taken by the founders, Dr. Vikas Sothe and Dr. Shvetambari Sothe. We, the Swasti Yoga Center family, are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which means 75th year of India's independence through this global yoga festival. Swasti Yoga Center has launched this year-long celebration where global yoga and spiritual leaders share their experience, their journey, and their views on various topics. Swasti Yoga Center is also providing a platform to young students and tomorrow's leaders to share their thoughts. This program is taking place on every Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. IST. Today, I am taking privilege to introduce and welcome Miss Aarti Akula. Good evening, ma'am.
Namaste.
A nursing tutor, a trained yoga teacher, a counselor, having 14 plus experience in this field. She also works as a reader for people who are in need. Since 10 years, she works as a past life regression therapist, inner child therapist, family constellation, and color acupressure therapist. She is expert in dream interpretation and guided meditation. Nowadays, she organizes workshops in different institutes like MIT, SNDT, and different schools and colleges. There is a big list enlisted here. I have taken out a few of them. Chakra and Panchamahabhut balancing, money magnetism, healing emotions, guided meditation on body and soul experience. I have enlisted few here because the list is really big. She is professional counselor too. She does this on very nominal energy exchange and many times it's free of charge. Her topic of the today is Patanjali's Yogasutra on daily life. So here I welcome again and request Miss Aarti ji to take over the session.
Yes. Thank you, Prajakta, for that introduction. And before I begin, I want to thank Dr. Vikas Sothe for giving me this opportunity for inviting me to speak over here. So we will directly go to my topic. But just to give you an idea, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to speak a little bit on Yoga Sutras, the role of Yoga Sutras in daily life, how we can apply it. And then I will be taking some guided meditation, and afterwards we will have a question answer session. So this is going to be the plan for today. When I was given this topic of Patanjali Yoga Sutra in daily life, okay, and I started thinking that there are so many Chitta Prasadan given by Maharishi Patanjali for for the fluctuations of the mind, to clear the Chitta Vritti, to clear all the vrittis and kleshas that we experience. And he has given so many solutions to overcome the fluctuations which we face at physical level, at mental level, emotional level, at so many levels. And it's all the theory of what it is all available, right? So then I thought, what have I been practicing? So today I'm going to share those Yoga Sutras which I have practiced since the day one, 15, 16 years ago, when I first got introduced to Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And when I read those Yoga Sutras, and I started implementing them in my life, and how they have helped me at every level, all the koshas, all the aspects of life that is there. So, first day, first class of any yoga school, when we are being introduced to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the highlight is always given as Ashtanga Yoga. Okay, though Patanjali begins with Samadhi Pad and ends with Kaivalya, and Sadhan Pad is like somewhere Sutra number 40, 41, and so much later the Ashtanga Yoga comes. But Ashtanga Yoga people feel, that it represents Patanjali, and the Ashtanga yoga is the basis of the Yoga Sutra. So be it, whatever it is. But the day one we were taught Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. And over the years, as I studied the Yoga Sutra, as the practice of asana and all the other aspects began, um, the question that was in front of me is, so today what I will do is, I'm going to take these Ashtanga Yoga and tell you which Yoga Sutras I have used to practice that particular aspect. Okay, so the first one is Yamas and Niyamas. All right, and now when I want to practice Yama and Niyama, I cannot keep track of every mosquito or cockroach that I might have, hurt, or every word that which I might have spoken, which might have hurt somebody, or every white lie that I might have spoken, or purity at every level, which is shaucha. I'm just giving a few examples from the yamas and the niyamas. How do I keep track of every small little thing that I do? It's so difficult when you're living a normal, everyday human life, and then you don't know what to do. You can't keep off track of for each 5 yamas and niyamas that Patanjali goes on to describe. And ideally, there is no ideal life that we can live in everyday societal life. So I found one sutra. Okay, one sutra, just following that one sutra helped me so much with the practice of yamas and niyamas. And that one sutra is sutra number 1.33 of Samadhi Pad, sutra number 33, which says, Maitri Karuna Mudito Pekshanam Sukha Dukha Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavana Chitta Prasadana. Such a golden tool he hands over to us. Like, if we just keep friendliness towards all the joy that is there, or our joy or others' joy, right? compassion for whoever are suffering, whether it is our suffering or somebody else's suffering. You keep compassion for that, or you keep a goodwill for all that is virtuous, punya, right? And you just be into the neutral mode, practice apathy or indifference towards whatever is apunya, unvirtuous, or what we call as vice. If we do just practice this, feel joy for everything that is joyful, feel compassion, empathy for all that those who are suffering. Even if we practice so much, the yamas and niyamas are taken care of. And we have to practice this Maitri, Karuna, Mudito, Upeksha against all objects, subjects, and things which Patanjali calls as Vishaya. These are the Vishaya towards which we can practice this thing. Think about it. Feel happy for all the happiness. Feel compassion for all that is sad in the world, all those who are hurt, all those who are in suffering and misery, right? And so this is one sutra which really, really helped me and is helping me in my practice of yamas and niyamas. And then there is one more sutra which I will give you as a guide to practice of yamas niyama, and that is 1.23, which is simple, Ishwar Pranidhanatva. Such a simple, complete surrender. I am not the doer. Whatever happens, happens for the best. By Ishwar Pranidhan, what do I mean? Ishwar, all that is, right? I will feel I will keep my ego at its minimum by saying every time I am not the doer. And whatever happens to me, whether it is good or whether it is bad, whatever happens, happens for the best. Because I am not a doer, there is a universe, there is a pure consciousness, there is a supreme being, there is this Isha who knows what is happening and why it is happening. So complete surrender to that, right? So this is how I deal with yama and niyama in my everyday life. Next, after yama and niyama, we move to the third anga, and which is the asana. Now, uh, asana is practice as we think it is 1 hour of practice of various postures that we of yogasana, what we call it. No, asana is that posture which is every moment maintained by us. How I sit, how I stand, how I walk, how I move. But as we say, all our movements have to be slow, steady, and controlled movements. That is what is asana. All our movements, all our postures, whether we are in movement or whether we are still, it has to be sthira sukham. There has to be a comfort and a joy in every posture, every moment of the day that we are holding. What helped me with this, surprisingly? Though this particular sutra that I'm sharing is given for overcoming antarai, I use it for practicing the awareness of my posture. And that is tat pratishedhartham ekatatvabhyasaha. For what it tells me is I have to be alert and aware every moment, every body position, how I move my body, how I'm holding my body. For that, this is Sutra number 1.32. And Sutra number 1.13. Tatra sthito yatno vyasaha. Continuous, effortful, steadfast practice. Every moment of the day. The practice of that awareness. These sutras might be given, in sequentially for something else. But these sutras are those which have helped me to remain in awareness and consciousness of what I am, how of my physical body. All right. And then there's one more sutra. That is sutra number 1.14, which is follows after 13th tatrosthito yatno vyasah satu dirghakala nairantarya satkara sevito dhruda bhumi. How do I become steadfast in myself? How do I develop that drudhita, that sthirata, which is the steadiness in every moment, in every second that I am living in awareness? So these are the three sutras which helped me in my practice of asana. Of course, there is Sthir Sukham Asanam and Prayatna Shaikilya Ananta Samapatibhyam when we are practicing those particular postures of Hatha Yoga. But here we are talking about Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and these are the sutras which guide us. All right, from there I move on to pranayama, the fourth anga. So first three sutras of pranayama, there is like everything is given in those sutras. Tasmin sati shvasa prashvasa yorgati vichhedaha pranayama. What is pranayama? Very, very clear he is telling over there. Gati viched. Prana is continuous movement. And the ayam, the expansion of the prana is going to happen only in the pause between the movements. The breathing in and the breathing out. There is a pause after breathing in. There is a pause after breathing out. Everything that is there, everything that is going to happen, the expansion of my very being is in that pause between the movement of the prana. The inward movement, the in-breath, and the outward movement, the out-breath. So that becomes the focus. So, but before we can focus on the pause, we have to focus on the movement. So what do? We practice prana dharana. That is, we practice on the movement. Yes, I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out and breathing in. So I am observing the movement of my breath. Once I am in tune, once I am focused, once I am concentrated on the movement of my breath, I can shift my focus because now my mind, my chitta bhumi is ekagra. My chitta bhumi, my consciousness, the state of my consciousness is a focus state. In that focus state, slowly and gradually, I moved from the movement to the pause, to the halt, to that one point, fraction of a second when there is no movement. So that is the first three sutras. Tasmin sati shvasa prashvasa yorgati vichhedah pranayama. Bahya abhyantara stambha vritti desha kala sankhya bhi परिदृष्टो दीर्घ सूक्ष्म and बाह्य अभ्यंतरी विषयाक्षेपी चतुर्थः. That itself says bahya, out breath, abhyantara, in breath, stambha vritti, pause, what Hatha Yoga will call as kumbhaka. From that third state, you move to chaturtha. So when you are focused on that chaturtha is when you are one with the universal consciousness, which can only be experienced. No words are enough. Words don't hold the power of or the strength of that experience. So it cannot be explained in words, right? So that these three we are going to look at. And so yes, and then one important sutra that Patanjali gives one chitta prasadan, one solution he gives one more, a very subtle one, 1.34. Prachardana vidanabhyam va pranasya. So when Patanjali moves on meditation on prana, he says you focus on the pause after the out breath. Now, friends, let me tell you, it's very difficult basically to focus on that pause after the out breath. You take an in breath that is effortful. Okay. So when you have taken an in breath with effort, you can focus on the pause that comes after the in breath. But exhalation is involuntary. And the pause which follows an exhalation is really difficult. So it takes a lot of practice. But with practice, it is 100% possible. And once you reach that state, I'm just sharing my experience. Once I reach that state, I can't feel my breath. It is as if, I'm not breathing in, I'm not breathing out, nothing is happening over here. I'm trying to look at my breath and I'm not able to do that. I just can't feel my breath. It is a space of complete zero, emptiness. Nothing is happening over there. And that is what has helped me. These are the sutras which have helped me in my practice of pranayama. Okay, when it helps you to move into the gati with ched, or you can say sambhavritti, or you can say into the chaturtha, where nothing is happening and there is no awareness of the breath itself. I'm not dead, I'm very much alive, but there is no awareness of the breath itself. So these are the sutras which help me with pranayam. Next, let us move on to pratyahar. Okay, everybody knows the definition of pratyahar. Swavichaya samprayogi chitta swarupanukara ivendriyanam pratyahara. Pratyahar said prati ahar. Okay, all that I'm taking in, all that I'm taking in through my mouth, my eyes, my ears, my breath, my the knowledge, my mind, everything that I am taking in is my ahar. That is my intake, my diet. And now I have to do prati. That means I have to do the exact opposite. First, I will have to become aware of what I'm taking in. And then I will have to make a choice of whether a conscious choice of what I would like to take in and what I would like to reject. And that will be my pratyahar. So, when I studied the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, what helped me with the practice of pratyahar? What helped me was sutra number 2.10. Te prati prasavheya sukshmaha. It is not easy to remain aware consciously of each and everything that you are taking in. Every word, every sound, every sight, every smell, every thought, everything that you are taking in. It is so difficult. Then, one more thing that helped me was Patanjali's explanation of klishta or klishta. All that is klishta, all that is painful, all that is hurting or suffering, I have to make it a klishta. I will do pratyahar of everything that is klishta. This is how you connect, interrelate the different sutras given at different points in the four padas of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, right? So though this solution is given to reduce kleshas, te prati prasavheya sukshmaha, make it subtle, make it, reduce until it is no more there in existence. Your consciousness has become where the minute something hurtful or something, you know what hurts, of the man buddhi ahankar chitta dantakarna chatushta, there is only one aspect of you which experiences pain and joy, or pain and suffering and joy and pleasure, and that is the ahankara, the ego. Only the ego is that which experiences pain and pleasure. Such a beautiful way, the practice of pratyahar reduces the ego by reducing the kleshas. Yes, you just, everything that is klishta, you just go on making a klishta. So many benefits, by the way, benefits, the beautiful side effects of it, which comes into play. So it helped me to do the prati prasav. right? Patanjali also talks about this prasav that he is speaking about for pratyahara. I use the prasav to practice my pratyahara. These are the tendencies. As we all know, as we study all the Yoga Sutras, especially the Kaivalya Pada, we understand that we are born with some carried forward tendencies from so many of our past lives. And I've seen that, experienced that even as a past life regression therapist with myself and my clients, that there are so many tendencies over which we don't have a control. First you need to become aware of those tendencies. Once you understand those tendencies, very easily you can do prati prasav. Prasav is, moving, naturally movement. A tendency is a natural movement. Like if there are five things in front of me, like say five different kinds of foods placed in front of me, depending on my tendency, I will naturally pick up one particular food. So that is a tendency. But in this life, in this body, that particular food is not beneficial for my health. So I will do prati prasa. I will stop myself from, that is what we call as pratyahara, as simple as that. All right. From there, we move on to dharana. Okay, the definition of dharana is desha bandha chittasya dharana. Focus on any one point is what they are saying. And then Vyasa Bhashya and Aranya who explains, Swami Aranya who explains the Vyasa Bhashya, he goes on to explain what all things we can make a subject object, we can make as our dharana, or we can take up to focus our mind on. But what helped me with the practice of dharana? Where do I practice? What do I focus my mind on? I am not talking about that 1 hour of practice. I am talking about 24 by 7 daily life, daily activity, practice in that state all the time. That is what. So 2.11 sutra number, dhyana heya tad vrittayaha. Meditation silences the vrittis. That was the first clue I got. The main clue is keep your mind focused all the time. So I ask myself this question every moment of the day. What am I paying attention to? Where is my attention? Where is my mind in this very moment? Whether I'm working, whether I'm walking, whether I'm talking, whether I'm any activity of my daily life that I'm conducting, I ask myself, hey, where is your attention? Yeah, such a simple question. And I keep my, so meditation silences the vrittis, so we find focus for our mind. So that is one thing in everyday practice. Being aware of where your attention is every moment of the day. And you are practicing dharana every moment because you are in concentrated state. You are focusing your attention every moment. You are aware what exactly are you looking at, right? And then I will give you sutra number 1.27 and 1.28. Tasya vachakaha pranavaha. Okay, and tat japa tadartha bhavanam. All right, I have got nothing to focus on. I've got nothing to think on. I'm free. What will happen? All the past memories will come flooding in. When I'm not focused, what will happen? Past memories will come flooding in. Or I will worry about my future or dream about my future, positive, negative. Don't want to talk about positive and negative. What am I doing? I'm either in the past or I am in the future, but I'm not in the present. So what do I do? Tajapa tadartha bhavanam, continuously with feeling in my mind, I am doing Omkar japa. When, or any prayer or any mantra, actually, Patanjali has given us best thing to focus on is Omkar, the primordial sound, the first sound when the universe came into existence, when the Big Bang happened. That's the first sound that came about. And that's the best thing to focus on. We don't need any other to search for anything else. Yeah. So this is sutra number 27.27, 1.28, my dear friends. Definitely study it in depth, and you will find a lot of answers for what to do with the mind, where to take it. Yeah, this is it. And there's one more sutra for dharana, that is 1.34. Prachardana vidaranabhyam va pranasya. Again, we go there, right? So you keep focusing your mind. So dharana is basically focusing of the mind. And what are you focusing it on? You are focusing it on anything of your choice. The closest thing to practice dharana, the closest thing which is continuously with us 24 by 7 is our breath. And here we connect pranayam to dharana. And you stay in awareness of your breath. All right, so yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana. Six steps, six angas of the Ashtanga Yoga, which are practices. And Patanjali gives so many ways about how to practice them. And when I practiced these angas, I came one day in my meditation, I came into a realization that the seventh and the eighth anga, which is the seventh and the eighth step, which is dhyana and samadhi, are not practices. They are consequences. They are results of the practice of the first six angas. How wonderful! Okay, I have two steps less to practice. So what we are doing is we just focus on these six steps, and dhyana and samadhi will just happen on its own. You don't need to sit in one place. Of course you do. For the practice of meditation, you need to sit in one place, keep your back straight, keep your eyes closed, and just empty your mind. But when you are focused, so when you do that, the practice of dharana, when you close your eyes, you keep your back straight, you keep your body steady, your body becomes unmoving, and then your thoughts will also slow down and stop, and your breath is almost, you focus on your breath, and then your breath is almost non-existent. You can't feel it, you can't experience it, and suddenly you will find that you have lost the sense of time and space. When you lose that sense of time and space, you enter into complete silence and emptiness. And that state, because you have lost your sense of time and space, what has happened is that you don't know how long you're sitting until somebody rings the bell or somebody calls out to you and your meditation is broken. Until that moment, it may be 2 hours, it may be 3 hours, it may be 15 minutes, but you are completely lost the sense of time and space. When it has extended for those 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, what has happened? You have moved into dhyana. And that state of emptiness and silence, my dear friends, you can maintain it 24 by 7. How? It is very difficult to put it in words. You are doing your work, you are carrying out your everyday activity, you're taking a bath, you are going for a walk, you are having your food, but there is an emptiness and silence within you. Again, no words can describe that state. You just feel it. There is nothing there. No thing. Absence of anything. Nothing. And you are absolutely in a zero state. Complete silence and emptiness. And isn't that what Upanishads and the Vedas also tell us? Go into the emptiness, go into the silence, and suddenly you are into antarmana. There is nothing happening within you. There are no vrittis. Vrittis are movements, fluctuations of emotions, of thoughts, of so many things that are happening within you. And suddenly everything is calm and everything is quiet. Very shortly, in as short as possible, the key sutras I have given you for the practice of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the key sutras which will help you practice your in daily life. Find guidance in them. Study these particular sutras. After I experienced the dhyana and the samadhi state, I went and studied the definition of dhyana and the definition of samadhi. And it made so much more sense to me because I experienced it. And Yoga Sutras are essences of our being and they need to be experienced. So at this point, I think I'm going to stop over here. And if you have any questions, I hope you have noted down. And before we do the question answer session, I want to give you a guided meditation. I want you take you into meditation and just prepare yourself for it. Sit straight, be comfortable, but keep your back straight. If uh, yes, just prepare yourself for the meditation. Keep your back straight, sit comfortably, and just give me a second. Yeah, there it is. Remove your glasses, remove your spectacles, and gently close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, relax your body. Take another nice long deep breath, and as you exhale, relax your body even more. And take a third long deep breath, and as you exhale, relax yourself completely. Just simply relax. Center yourself. Focus on your breath. As you observe your breath, as your mind becomes more and more focused on your breath, all the thoughts will gradually slow down and completely stop. Allow a few moments to let this happen. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, simply relax. Wonderful. Now, in this moment, I want you to take your attention to your body. Become aware of your physical body. Your body is occupying a space within the space. Just become aware of your body. your body, feel your posture, feel the solidity of your body. And as you become aware of your body, as you become more focused on your body, you realize this body is mine, but I am not the body. I am looking at my body. So, this body is mine, but I am not just the body. And now take your attention to your mind. Simply look at your mind. The mind which is full of thoughts, the mind which analyzes, the mind which has the capacity of memory, the mind which connects everything to everything, does so many activities. Look at your mind and realize this mind is mine, but I am not the mind. I am looking at my mind. So though this mind is mine, I am not the mind. And now take your attention to your emotions, your feelings, whatever it is that you are feeling within yourself. You know, all the different emotions that you have felt in your life at one time or the other. These feelings, these emotions are yours. As you look at them, you know that these emotions, these feelings are yours, but you are not the feeling or the emotion. You are looking at your feelings, at your emotions. You are not them. And now take your attention to the subtlest aspect of the mind, which is your intellect. The discriminative power of the mind, your intellect, your consciousness, which has this knowledge, I am asleep. You're looking at this intellect, you're looking at this knowledge, the space where your knowledge, you know that you are, I am. You are looking at this intellect and you know this intellect is yours, but you are not the intellect. You are looking at it. My body, my mind, my breath, my emotions, my intellect, they are all mine. They all belong to me. But I am separate. I am different. I am unique from all of them. And the question comes, Who am I? Who am I who has so many aspects to itself? Who am I? I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the emotion. I am not even my breath, my intellect. And the answer comes. I am pure consciousness. I am their owner, their master. Who am I? I am pure consciousness. I am also called the Atman or the Brahman. I am existence. I am knowledge. I am bliss. I am existence, consciousness, bliss. Sat, Chit, Anand. Just be that. That is who you really are. For the next 1 minute, I am going to be completely silent and you be with who you really are. I will let you know when it is time. Wonderful. It is now time to come back into the present. Become aware of your body as you sit here. Take a deep breath. With the in breath, bring more awareness into your body and slowly, gently, whenever you are ready, you may open your eyes. Take your time. Take as long as you need. Yes, friends,
Such a,
everybody back?
such a wonderful meditation. I just didn't want to speak anything and to disturb the silence,
I
the
can
time
understand that.
limitation.
I can understand that.
Uh, Ma'am, thank you so much for this wonderful session
Yes,
and the very well explained that relation between Ashtanga Yoga and our daily life experiences. It is actually you have set an example how to relate our daily experiences, and you don't have to go to Himalayas to experience Ashtanga Yoga.
yes,
You can do that here.
yes.
Thank you so much, and the wonderful, advice how to focus. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for that too.
If there are any questions, yes, Leonel, great
Yes,
lesson. Thank you. Thank you.
yes.
Uh, if
I
anybody
request
wants
all the
to,
participants to please raise their hands, and please, if you have any queries, if you want to share any thoughts, please go ahead.
Hey, Artiji,
yes, Bankinji.
I mean, don't have words to express, so wonderful. And, I think what I experience and what I see is that you have uh, gone through, the experiences in your personal life, and then you have adopted the sutras, and you have overcome whatever antarayas, you must have felt.
Absolutely.
So it could be, I mean, little personal question, but it will be for a beginner, right? It would be interesting to know that what are the, major antarayas, right? Obstacles you felt,
Hmm.
in reaching the stage where you are.
Hmm. Uh, so everything, all the antarais, right from Vyadhi, Styan, Samsaya, Brahma, Alasya, all of it. But I feel that the most hurtful, the most limiting antarai, the one antarai which really limits us and does not allow us to explore is Samsaya. I always tell in my class that doubt is something which is the most, hurting one. The one which will stop you at from any advancement in any practice at any time. If you start doubting, because you doubt everything, we doubt everything. As how does this happen? Is it true? And what he said is this like this? There is always doubts in our mind, and that not doubting was something which I had to practice a lot. And how did I overcome this one antarai? I will say by study, abhyasa. Okay, so you keep studying, you study other aspects of spirituality. I combine all the different tools of spirituality, so to speak, which we use to interconnect with everything. And once we remove doubt, that Saunchaya is one antarai. Once you remove that, and then you are with your breath, and the Vikshepa Sahabhuva, you focus on your Shwasa Prashwasa, and the other antarais just go away on their own. Even overcoming Vyadhi, whether it is mental pain or physical pain, all you do is breathe out the pain. Such a simple technique. Breathe in, go to the part which is paining, gather all that pain and breathe it out. You will find relief in no time. So many such things I discovered, along the way. And one more thing I would like to share with you. My first step into spirituality was with yoga. All right. I went to a regular yoga class, and then I trained to be a teacher, and then I started practicing all that. After that, I became a past life regression therapist, which I'm practicing. Like I'm a practicing PLR therapist for the last almost 12 years, 2 years after I started studying yoga. And whether it is PLR, whether it is I'm from a medical background, whether it is I went back to my study of the body, anywhere I went, I studied. Then I picked up the study of Upanishads, and like Prajakta shared, we have a reading group. I read every day for the last 16 years. I've been reading from Monday to Friday, 3 to 4:30. For a whole group of friends that I have now, we do it online, and we read so many books, books after books after books, or to all the different studies wherever I went. Could be anything that I heard. Patanjali has said this. Patanjali has mentioned this. Whether it is your past life, whether you are studying the Upanishads, whether we are studying the Three Gunas, whether studying the Bhagavad Gita, whatever we are saying, Patanjali has spoken about this and so sutra. And that helped me to study the Yoga Sutra much more. And yeah, that's how it works for me. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes. Anybody else
Any other?
who wants to ask anything or share your experience?
Yes, Mamta ji, Shanti ji, Pooja ji, Lionel ji. If you have any question, anything to share, please unmute.
Hello, Madam. Thank you for this great lesson.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just a beginner in yoga. And,
all right.
Yes, I become to discover that with Yogasutra on yes, a lot of questions in my head. It's very interesting. And you show me another way to understand Yogasutra.
Yes.
Very, very interesting. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And it's just the beginning of the journey for you. Believe me, all the paths, yoga is like the ABCD of spirituality. Once you start walking on this path, you will reach yourself. You will reach samadhi. There is, this is the path. Even if you follow other paths, you will finally come to this path. The samadhi path. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
On a lighter note, Aarti ji,
yes,
I'm recollecting what you said. You don't
yes.
reach samadhi, you just cross dharana and samadhi is guaranteed.
Yes, yes. The jhana and samadhi happens on its own. It's a consequence. And it was like, oh, it was such a aha moment for me, when I experienced that. It's true.
It's really nice to listen to you, Aarti ji. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है जब आप बोल रही हो सब. बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है.
Thank you, Prajakta. And thank you so much, Vikas, for calling me. It's been wonderful to see all these people and talk. I have never not thought of it, in this way. After you gave me the topic, I started thinking about where have I practiced the Yoga Sutras in my everyday practice, and then I made notes that, oh yes, this is where I have practiced. So thank you for putting me through that. All the Yoga Sutras I have explained. I have put it on YouTube on my channel, Aarti Akula. You can just type my name and you can subscribe, and you go to the playlist, and you can. I have explained the Yoga Sutras in dual language of English and Marathi, because I teach in an institute where most of them are Maharashtrians, and Marathi is a language predominantly. But then I have repeated everything I have said in English and Marathi while I was teaching each sutra. So you can just ignore the Marathi and you can just listen to the English, and you will find all the explanations of each and every sutra. All the 4 padas are put up on YouTube. So you can go and whichever sutra interests you, go and listen to the explanation of it. Yeah?
Surely.
All right.
I now request respected Dr. Vikas Sothe to please do virtual felicitation and have some words on this beautiful session.
Yes, so a kind request to everyone to please unmute and give a big round of applause to Madam.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, it's a virtual felicitation with the COVID, and other times we have learned to be
Yes.
more flexible.
Yeah.
And wonderful, wonderful. We all are very privileged to hear you.
Thank
And it was more like we have in our Indian culture, we have a concept called as Rangoli.
Mhm.
Most of the Indian students definitely know, and for the foreign students, it's an art form. So as a student of Yogasutra, what happens is we make the dots, and our life is only related with the dots. But unfortunately, very less time as the students of yoga, we move ahead in connecting those dots. And today, through you, I think it is a motivation to all the students of how to take the sutras, take the dots ahead and connect them so that they start making sense in our daily life. So,
That's
wonderful.
a beautiful analogy that you have given. Yes. It's connecting the dots.
And the most important part is there is no rule to connect those dots. So everybody's Rangoli is unique, and it is a reflection of their chitta.
Yes.
So through you, we could see and listen to Maharshi Patanjali in a different form. And I believe in the same way, it will be an inspiration for all the other Sahayogis, that every day, step by step, gradually we will be able to hear the same kind of journey, their journey of Yoga Sutras,
Yes.
and their version of Yoga Sutras. So thank you very much for motivating all of us on the path of the Jnana Yoga.
Wonderful seeing you all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much all. Thank you
Thank
so much, Aarti ma'am. Thank you so much, Vikas sir.
Most welcome.
And let's end this session.
Yeah, there's an interesting announcement. Yeah. So today, for our international students, we have a state called as Maharashtra and Gujarat both. So both of them were born today. So we in Marathi we say Maharashtra Dinacha Hardik Shubhecha. I don't know, Bankimji, what to say in Gujarati. You can give the wishes in Gujarati.
Hardik Shubhecha remains the same.
Acha.
Gujarat Dinni Hardik Shubhecha.
Gujarat Dinni Hardik Shubhecha. Yeah. So on this occasion, today we are again very happy to announce that Dr. Shvetambari ji has come up with a book called as Tastes of Maharashtra. Ancient during the times of whether it was Mahabharata, this was the Kuntal Desh, very famous for many different aspects. We consider Pune as the cultural capital of the Western India. And on that note, we are very happy that on the day of, on Maharashtra Day, we are today launching the book, Tastes of Maharashtra. And I would request everyone to please go online and you can just have it distributed to your friends who want to come to India, want to know more about Maharashtra especially, because many a times it happens that we know India in the form of Taj Mahal, we know India as far as the beaches of the Kerala are concerned. So sometimes Maharashtra, or especially the forts, the story of Shivaji Maharaj, the Maratha Empire, that is somewhere a little, sometimes not very known. So maybe this book will be very interesting to introduce the global audience with the different cultural aspects of Maharashtra, because they say the route for every happy man goes through his stomach. So maybe this
the way to the heart. Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah.
And request all participants to please unmute yourself and clap for this new launch.
Yes, clap to Shvetambari ji. And there is I have the book with me. Okay, this is how it looks like. In the slide, you will find Kande Pohe. The most important thing that is to be considered right from the bride, the phase of that. Yeah. So here you will find many interesting questions. It's more like a question and answer Q&A, the first part of it, where interesting questions have been talked about. Many common questions like, what is an Indian thali? Why do Indian people sit down and eat? Why we are using such kind of sustainable things like we have pots, earthen pots, or we have the banana leaves, we call it as patravadi and all these things. Why do we Indians use our fingers to eat? Why do we eat together? So many such kind of interesting questions are there. Why do we chant a prayer? Vadani kavad gheta, nam gya, Shri Hari se. All these kind of prayers are there. So food is considered to be, okay, it's Brahman. Okay, in fact, in the prayer itself, it talks about that Anna hai Purna Brahma. Anna, the philosophy of, whether it's the philosophy of Sankhya, Yoga, Advaita, Vedanta, is being taught to us in the form of the idea of eating food. So even there, we are not being spared. So every time, whether we are doing Namaste or whether we are eating the food, we are being taught about our higher purpose of life, to be a part of Brahman. So such kind of interesting questions are discussed in the books, along with the interesting cuisines of Maharashtra. So maybe it will be a good light enjoyment book. We call it as coffee table book, that you can have it and enjoy. So thank you.
Congratulations. Very nice.
I think the picture has Puna misal. Looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like you want to. Yeah, it's morning time for you, Bankimji, so you can have the breakfast. And it has something, one more interesting picture. I will just show it to you. You would love to relate it. I don't know if you are able to see it.
Yes, we can see dhokla and thepla.
Right.
And Puran Puri.
Staple of us Gujarati people.
Yeah.
We can't do without that.
Without that. Yes. Okay. Over to Prajakta ji. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Before we end up today's session, I will like to announce next Saturday's session of Miss Nishigandha Kokate. Her topic will be Yoga in Mandukya Upanishad. So I request all participants to be present there and enjoy the journey. And now let's end up this session again with the Shanti Mantra. So roll your shoulders behind, sit tall and strong. Join your palms together. Take one deep inhale and exhale. Om. Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karvavahai, tejas vinavadhitamastu, ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take one deep inhale and exhale. Rub your palms on each other, make them warm enough. Keep them on your eyes first. Give all warmth to your eyes. Gently open your eyes in your palms and see light through the darkness. Gently spread your fingers. and join your arms again on your chest. Thank you so much. Enjoy the lovely evening ahead. For Indians and for foreigners, enjoy the whole day ahead. Thank you so much.